Amigos USA. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. This video is protected under the 1976 Fair Use Act, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787, Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4, the Treaty of Madrid 1880, UCC 1-308, and Article 6 of the Constitution of the United States of America Corporational Company.
What in the do, Hickey?
Somewhere in Bethlehem or Allentown, Pennsylvania. I don't have to show my ID anywhere. That's a violation of my Fourth Amendment right.
Wow! The land of make-believe.
Islam. Hella hella hella. Hella hella bibi. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. My chosen appellation is Lunalatoya Bay. Islam.
Islam. My chosen appellation is Aladdin Morocco. Islam.
Islam. We are both protecting the peace treaties and the Constitution of the United States of America Corporational Company. Islam.
Islam. We're just fighting for our rights as indigenous persons from Northwest Amexem. Islam. What, in the doohickey, was that? Islam.
Sounds like the policy enforcers. Islam.
Unit 2145 to base. Unit 2145 to base. Over.
This is base. Over.
I have two individuals in an unregistered vehicle. Need to do a check. Over.
10-4.
The license plates appear to be allodial. Requesting backup. Over.
Backup request granted. Out.
What, in the doohickey, is the emergency, officer? Good afternoon. Do you know why I pulled you over? For the record, on the record, I was not driving. I was traveling. If I had $1 for every time I heard that you're not driving, but traveling, I would be able to retire by now. Do you have your driver's license with you? For the record, on the record, I have my nationality card. Don't you have a proper driver's license? Officer, for the record, on the record, I was not driving. I was traveling. So, how, in the doohickey, would I have a driver's license, if all that I am doing is traveling? Just give me whatever you have. For the record, on the record, here you go. Well, I guess it's not going to get any better. Just as I thought, an indigenous nationality card, of the people of the Moorish American National Republic. For the record, on the record. That's right. Do you know how really old this is getting? That you are supposed to have an official driver's license, proper liability insurance, and a license plate that is issued by one of the 50 states of the USA? But you, in fact, do not? For the record, on the record, I don't believe in paying taxes. This is because I am an indigenous national of Northwest Amexem, Dayton Territory, Ohio Republic. Do you really think that's a valid reason not to have a proper plate issued from the state of Ohio? For the record, on the record, my indigenous status guarantees me the right to not be taxed by any corporational company entity of the United States of America Corporational Company. Do you have any liability insurance for your car? For the record, on the record, I am not driving a car. I would have liability insurance only if I were working in a commercial capacity, and also a driver's license. For the record, on the record, I am traveling in my personal conveyance, in a non-commercial capacity. What, in the doohickey, will happen if somehow you get into an accident? You could be sued for all the money you have, up to and including the $666 trillion dolarium as printed by the Moorish American National Republic federal government. Even more so, if somehow or other, that you represent yourself in court as pro se. Officer, for the record, on the record, no more would ever represent themselves as pro se. We represent ourselves in court, as in propria persona sui juris. Well, if that's the case, then you cannot drive. Do you understand me? For the record, on the record, I do not overstand. May I please speak to your supervisor? He's on the way just now. Passenger, can I also see your ID?
For the record, on the record, here you go.
This is almost the same thing. Moorish National Right to Travel card, issued by the Moorish American National Republic federal government, also in the Dayton Territory, Ohio Republic. I could not allow you to be the backup driver. Neither of you have valid identification.
For the record, on the record. May I please speak to your supervisor?
You'll just have to wait a little while longer. Mr. Bay, when was the last time that you ever held a proper driver's license? For the record, on the record. Have you ever had one at all? For the record, on the record, may I please speak to your supervisor?
My child, this is your prophet, noble Jawali, from up above. My child, why, in the doohickey, are you trying to travel with only a nationality card? My child, operating a personal conveyance without proper registration and liability insurance is not what Moorish science is about. It's about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. My child, operating a personal conveyance without proper registration goes against the tenet of justice. No member of the Moorish Science Temple of America is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister. This includes an allodial license plate, fugazi liability insurance, and an allodial nationality card in place of a driver's license. My child, let the policy enforcer take your vehicle and keep it until you pay the fees to have it registered properly. Stop being a knucklehead. I command you.
Okay, you have a plate that I cannot run. I doubt if my supervisor will be able to run it either. For the record, on the record, it is a valid plate. It was issued by the Moorish American National Republic federal government. I'm trying to work with you. Do you know how much trouble it takes to kidnap you? I have to go to police academy and learn so many procedures. I have to check if you have any prior arrests, if you have any warrants out for your arrest, if you haven't paid any fines, so many other things. For the record, on the record, I have liability insurance. Is the liability insurance valid? Is your policy still active? That's what I need to find out.
How's it going, Officer Jacoby?
Got some more soft sits.
What did you come up with?
Insurance is fugazi. License plate is from the Moorish American National Republic federal government, the gentleman's. Driver license. Likewise.
How about the passenger?
Same thing.
All right, I'll take this.
10-4.
Good afternoon, my name is Officer Larkin.
For the record, on the record, are you the supervisor?
Indeed I am. I am Officer Jacoby's supervisor.
Am I under arrest?
If you cooperate with me, you might just go home today.
For the record, on the record, what, in the new Hickey, is the emergency?
Officer Jacoby saw that you had an allodial license plate, issued by the Moorish American National Republic federal government.
For the record, on the record, I have indigenous status in the United States of America Corporational Company, located in Northwest Amexham.
There is nothing illegal about that license plate. It is not registered to any of the 50 states in the United States of America. You are not allowed to drive this vehicle.
For the record, on the record, it's registered to a government.
It's not a government that is officially recognized by any country on this planet.
What, in the new Hickey, do you mean by that?
A license plate from the breakaway Republic of Prednostrovia would be more valid than what you have.
Where, in the new Hickey, is Prednostrovia? How far away is it from Amexham? All you colonizers think about is colonizing Amexham. Kidnapping innocent people.
Really?
Do you really need to bring up this Moorish American Article 3 al Moroccan do Hickey as to why you should be allowed to drive without a valid driver's license and valid liability insurance? For the record, on the record, you colonizers just do not overstand.
My child, this is your prophet once again. My child, you need to contract with the corporational company entity policy enforcers if you want to have your personal conveyance returned to you. My child, if you do not contract with the corporational company entity policy enforcers, you will find yourself without a personal conveyance, and you might even be kidnapped by the same policy enforcers. My child, your stubbornness will not work in your favor. I beseech you to contract with the policy enforcers. My child, contract with the policy enforcers of Dayton Territory, Ohio Republic, before your circumstances take a turn for the worse. I command you.
Aladdin Maroc Bey's personal conveyance was kidnapped by the corporational company entity policy enforcers of Dayton Territory, Ohio Republic. It is as of yet unknown if either Aladdin Maroc Bey or Luna Latoya Bey ever recovered their personal conveyance, applied for an actual driver's license, or if they took out a proper liability insurance policy for their personal conveyance.
Stay away from Moorish science. It will ruin your life.
And if you were forced to contract with the corporational company entity policy enforcers of the United States of America Corporational Company, your energy was just low.
Hit the like button. My nationality is Moorish. The dude needs to buy a quart of half and half. Hey, man, I'm buying some half and half, man. Still paying with paper checks? Yeah, man. Why is that? 'Cause I'm the dude. That's what you call me. Or El Tutorino, if you're not into that brevity thing. Lord. I am Lord. Amigos USA. Picking on Moors who do not contract with the United States of America Corporational Company. Amigos USA. Please buy one of my law classes. Only $125 per session.
I need it quiet, so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID. Beavis and Butthead are, like, not role models. They're, like, not human. They're, like, cartoons, or something. Yeah, hey. Some of the things they do would, like, cause a real person to get, like, hurt, expelled, arrested, possibly, like deported, or something. Hey. To, like, put it another way, don't, like, try this at home. Yeah, hey. That ginger chick from Gilligan's Island is like, hot, and stuff. Yeah, hey. The skipper is, like, a dork, and stuff. Like, who would want to escape from an island with ginger on it? They're on an island? Hey. We, like, need to go to a dress store or something. Hey. To check out chicks and stuff. Like ginger. Oh, yeah. Hey. We're there, dude. Hey. Hit the like button. Hey Beavis, let's like, check out the underwear and stuff. Yeah, hey.
How may I help you?
You can move out of the way. Yeah, hey.
You boys look like you couldn't afford anything in this store. Am I right? Only paying customers are allowed here and stare. Now, get out.
We need money. Money is, like, cool, and stuff. Hey. But, where are we? Like, going to get some? Hey. Whoa! Check it out, Beavis. We're, like, going to be rich. Hey, how did this money get here? Sometimes really rich dudes come here, make a wish, and throw all their cash in. Rich people are, like, dumb. Hey.
Wrong!
Wow! Like a nickel. I saw it first, butthead. Hey. Come on, butthole. Whoa. We're, like, stranded, and stuff. Yeah. Hey. There's, like, no school, and stuff. No old people. Hey. No goats, no boats, no motor cars. Not a single yes siree. Yeah. Hey. Just like on Star Trek. This is, like, going to be cool, and stuff. We, like, need that ginger chick, or something. Yeah. Hey. Or that other chick, Professor and Marianne. She's, like, cool, and stuff. Hey. This sucks. Yeah. Hey. Maybe we should, like, shout for help, or something. Yeah. Hey. Help. A swipe. Save us, or something. Help, butt munch. Help, and stuff. What a couple of dumbasses. We can't swim. Hey. Neither can I. Hey. Hey boys, the water's only a couple of feet deep, you know. You can walk out any time that you want. You know that, don't you? Yeah, we knew that, and stuff.
At least they paid in Federal Reserve coins, and not with Article 3 Moorish dolarium.
They, had enough money to buy TP. TP for Cornholio's bunghole. Hey. Beavis is, in the bathroom at the time this was made. He, had enough TP. TP for his bunghole. Hey. Don't. Bogart the nachos, ginger. Hey, Luna, do a super chat. Don't just talk about it. Do it. Regardless of form or characteristic.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4. That's my purse. I don't know you. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. I am back in the library, where all the lies are buried. We just had an election a few weeks ago. And some people aren't happy.
Definitely not.
The following is based on both Leto's Law at 5.88 and the tenets of Moorish science sovereign citizenry, in terms of finance. Can a store legally refuse to allow payment in Federal Reserve notes, and require payment only in Moorish dolarium? That's a question I get asked quite a bit. People say, Steve,
U.S. Federal Reserve notes are the official currency of the United States of America Corporational Company, even in Northwest Amexem. Don't businesses in the United States of America Corporational Company have to accept them? And the answer is, no, we do not. Especially if we are Moorish American sovereign citizens of Northwest Amexem. The ones that don't are private businesses who do not recognize the United States of America Corporational Company as a result of their belief of the Emergency Banking Act not being legitimately enacted. They believe that their money should be based on silver and gold, not Federal Reserve notes. They believe that Federal Reserve notes of the United States of America Corporational Company is a debt and a fraud on their ancestral homeland of Northwest Amexem. And the only legal tender currency is the dolarium, backed by silver and gold. If you go into a store in Northwest Amexem and attempt to pay in United States of America Corporational Company Federal Reserve notes, they will say, "Nope, you can't pay in Federal Reserve notes of the United States of America Corporational Company. Those are a debt and a fraud on our Moorish homeland of Northwest Amexem. You can pay only in Moorish dolarium, backed by silver and gold. That's up to the shopkeepers in the Moorish American ancestral homeland of Northwest Amexem. It may be a dumb business practice, but they're allowed to do that. Section 31 U.S.C. 5103 says that the Federal Reserve notes of the United States of America Corporational Company are legal tender, and the coins and banknotes are legal tender for all debts, public or private. There does not exist any federal statute mandating that any private business must accept Federal Reserve notes, unless there is a specific state law that mandates accepting Federal Reserve notes. Private businesses can legally determine that they can accept only Moorish dolarium for payment, as it is not a debt or a fraud on their indigenous homeland of Northwest Amexem. If you know of a state law regarding mandating payment in Federal Reserve notes, as opposed to Moorish dolarium, please send it on over to me. Don't just say, "I know it's illegal in my state, but I can't find the exact statute." BTW, if I were to show you either $100 in Federal Reserve notes, or 100 dolarium, neither of which would be a felony, except if I were to burn it.
The $100 in Federal Reserve notes is a debt and a fraud on my ancestral homeland of Northwest Amexem.
So in short, private businesses in Northwest Amexem have no federal statute to be required to accept Federal Reserve notes of the United States of America Corporational Company.
All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity, so you can hear and obey the commands from the living sovereign Moorish American, Al-Moroccan, national states, national justices. This is the sovereign living Article 3 Moorish American, Al-Moroccan, consular court action. We are the sovereign living justices en leta ris in capitis, in red ink, and propria persona sui juris, and proprio solo, and en proprio heredes. We are autochthonous aboriginal indigenous sovereign Moorish Al-Moroccan nationals, ascendants of the Moabites and Canaanites, and we are exercising all our rights at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. My chosen appellation is Onowe Hawibe, in capitis diminutio nolo, in all lowercase letters, in red ink, and propria persona sui juris, and proprio solo, and en proprio heredes, at this time, and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. What? In the doohickey, just happened?
My child, this is your prophet, noble Jawali, from up above. My child, the utilities in your geographic location have been shut off. My child, you owe the city utilities at least 3 months' worth of usage payments. My child, you will remain in darkness until you make the utility payments. My child, if you want the lights back on, pay for the utilities you have consumed. I command you.
The utilities at the City Hall are fictitious and fraudulent. How dare the city shut off the utilities to my sovereign homeland of Northwest Amexem? The city is fictitious and fraudulent. I command the city to turn my utilities back on. The utilities for my indigenous Moorish homeland of Northwest Amexem shall always be on. This is a clear violation of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship against an indigenous Moorish national.
Welcome back to Law Talk with Steve. The lady, or rather, Moabitess you just heard, is a Moorish sovereign citizen, and as such believes she is exempt from local, state, and federal laws because of a treaty between the United States and Morocco. They use this perceived immunity to justify a variety of actions, including refusing to pay taxes, squatting in unoccupied houses, not buying auto insurance, not registering their vehicles, defrauding banks and other lending institutions, selling fake registration, licensing, and insurance documents, initiating violent confrontations with law enforcement, including the offender telling law enforcement that they have no jurisdiction over them. This went unnoticed in the United States for many years, until the incident of Rise of the Moors, along Interstate 95 in Wakefield, Massachusetts, in July 2021. The leader, Jamal Talib Abdullah Bey, was taken into custody, or in Jamal Talib Abdullah Bey's words, kidnapped by the local policy enforcers. Until his trial in June 2024, he was under the jurisdiction of Middlesex County, Massachusetts. No one seems to know where Jamal Talib Abdullah Bey is being held until his formal sentencing, but he is under some jurisdiction.
My nationality is Moorish. Hit the like button. Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4.
Can I help you?
I'm just doing a documentary.
Don't you see the sign that prohibits the use of potato cameras?
I don't see any sign prohibiting potato cameras. I am filming a news story, and that is protected under the Constitution.
We have confidential information, and we don't want any of it getting out to the public. Everyone has a right to privacy.
My filming is still protected under the Constitution, regardless of form or characteristic. In case you were wondering, I was in line waiting for the results of some FOIA requests that I had put in, especially for the water usage.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Peace and grand rising. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity, so you can hear and obey the commands from the living sovereign Moorish American, Al-Moroccan, national states, national justices. This is the sovereign living Article 3 Moorish American, Al-Moroccan, consular court action. We are the sovereign living justices en leta res in capitis, in red ink, and propria persona sui juris, and proprio solo, and en proprio haredes. We are autochthonous aboriginal indigenous sovereign Moorish Al-Moroccan nationals, ascendants of the Moabites and Khanites, and we are exercising all our rights at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. My chosen appellation is Light to Jiribe, in capitis diminutio nolo, in all lowercase letters, in red ink, and propria persona sui juris, and proprio solo, and en proprio haredes, at this time, and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. Cancel all of your corporate contracts. Every one of them. And if you have lost your personal conveyance, or geographical location, your energy was just low.
Regardless of form or characteristics.
My nationality is Moorish.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Wow, Grace Vanderwall.
I wanted to see who was stalking me.
Are you here to release me from jail?
Why would I do that? You're just a lol cow, just like K-Rex.
I thought we were going to get married.
Daniel Larson, you have to be the biggest blockhead in the world, even more so than Charlie Brown from the Peanuts cartoon.
What in the doohickey?
Whorf.
Oh, Wiggles, what you doing? Is it time to take you outside for walkies?
Arf.
I would have Daddy take you walkies today, but he has second shifts.
Whorf.
Ha 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 ha. Can I, like, Have more nachos, or something?
Okay,